Hello dear students. In previous classes you have studied about the matter. Matter is made up of very tiny particle that is called atoms, and similar kind of atoms made elements. There are 118 known elements now. Out of that 98 are naturally occurring. If we go to study one by one all these elements, it will be very difficult for us to separate them like this. If suppose I am showing two pictures, in these pictures you will see they are the arrows, stars, right? If you have been asked to count the arrow and star, then from which image or picture you will be easily identify or count the number of stars and the arrows? Definitely from the picture number second. Why? Because it is well categorized and organized and synchronized. Similarly with the elements. Elements have been grouped, similar property of elements have been grouped in one group. Grouping of elements have been done by the scientists from the earlier time. The first successful attempt have been made by scientist Dobereiner. He was a chemist from German. He made set of three elements, and these set of three elements called triads. When he arranged all these elements known that time in according to their atomic mass, according to their increasing atomic mass, he arranged all these elements and he found the set of three elements with the similar properties. And for these set of three elements, three atoms, three elements, he said triads. That is why it is called Dobereiner triads. Dobereiner triads. The first triad, if you look into the lithium, sodium and potassium, when he looked into these triads, he stated that the atomic mass of the middle element is equal to, on an average, atomic mass of other two elements. If we look into the sodium, lithium and potassium triad, here we will find the sodium is at the middle. If we add the atomic mass of lithium and potassium and divide by 2, we will get the atomic mass of sodium. So similarly other two triads are there. These two triads are chlorine, bromine and iodine, and calcium, strontium and barium. Similarly, if we look into the chlorine, bromine and iodine, if we add the atomic mass of chlorine and iodine, divide by 2, we will get the atomic mass of bromine. So these are three triads have been made by the Dobereiner. He was not able to make more triads since only 26 elements have been known that time. After that, he concluded that somewhere there is a relation between atomic mass and the chemical properties of element. If we look into the limitation of this triads, Dobereiner triads, here we can say that he was not able to make more sets of elements, more triads of the elements. But if we look into the success of this Dobereiner triads, he was the first scientist who are able to arrange and conclude that there is certain relation between the atomic mass of the element and its chemical properties. If we do conclusion of Dobereiner triads, what we found that he has given an idea about the calculation of atomic mass of an element. He also given the payment of more attempts on classification of elements. So in this way, it will be very useful for other scientists to go for the classification of elements on the basis of their atomic mass. Students, we have seen Dobereiner triads. After attempts of Dobereiner, many scientists have been encouraged and tried their level best. And in 1866, Johann Newland have been given another classification. During that time only 56 elements were known. He arranged all the 56 elements from hydrogen to thorium on the basis of their increasing atomic mass. When he arranged all these elements, he found that every eighth element is having the similar properties. He compared this with the octave of music. In the octave of music, you will find do, re, ma, fa, sol, la, ti. In Hindi, in the sargam, you will find sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. Then sa again comes on eighth time. So this is why it is known as law of octaves or Newland's law of octaves. If we talk about the limitation of this law, it is only applicable for the lighter elements up to calcium. After calcium, this law of octave is not applicable. The second limitation, if we talk about, Newlands were placed only 56 elements in the table. He has not given any space for the new element. He thought that there will be no more discovery of element take place. But we know that after this, there are many elements have been discovered, and now these days more than 118 elements are present. In order to fit the third limitation, if we talk about, in order to fit the elements, he adjusted two elements in the same group. On the other hand, he also put unlike elements into the same group. For example, the cobalt and nickel, which is very much different from the chlorine, fluorine and bromine, have been put into their group together. On the other hand, iron which will be very resembling property, which have the very resembling property with the cobalt and nickel, have been placed far away with the oxygen group. So these are certain limitations have been shown by this Newland's table or Newland's law of octaves. Thank you.